If collecting is your love,
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 Sig Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love,
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 Sig Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting
I want more.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents Signed, Certified, and Delivered.
Hello there. What's going on, Sepulros? What's up, Don? Man, if you are a fan of sports, today is your holiday, as Doug said earlier to me. We have playoff hockey. We have basketball. We have the NFL draft, which is already on pick like 11 because this year they shortened. How does my city look for the draft? About 800,000 people. Don, I don't know if you know this, but they shut down Pittsburgh. You have to walk over the bridges to get in. That is how big the draft in Pittsburgh is. One of the guys on NFL.com, that's a lot of people, yeah. One of the guys on NFL.com, Sirius NFL channel, flew in from Florida, and he said half of the plane was Steeler fans taking the trek back to Pittsburgh to witness the draft. It is looking good. They did a great job. The stage looks beautiful. And apparently the weather is nice in Pittsburgh right now. So, the Pittsburgh is gorgeous. They closed the public schools are making the kids learn from home. Yeah. Yep. I love you too, Elbolt. You the man. Oh, who are the Browns going to? I hope a lineman. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm watching it, so I got them here. I got football here. I got hockey down here. Obviously, I don't have sound on either because if they were to pick up the sound, that is illegal. I cannot produce the video or the sound for either of those as they're happening live. But I knew the Browns had to be taking a lineman here. Sabres managed to tie it up 1-1 right now. Third period is about to start. It's been an interesting draft. It is the wide receivers, 2 went really early, 2 in the top 10. If somebody wants a receiver, they're going to have to move up pretty quick. We were talking yesterday about Ty Simpson and where he could possibly go after the New York Giants pick at 10. Miami, Dallas, the Rams, and those three could definitely take a young quarterback. You can sit behind Stafford for a year. Stafford is advanced in age. Miami is in desperate need of a quarterback. Dallas is going to need somebody to answer when Dak is done, and Dak is good enough to play for right now, letting Ty Simpson learn. Baltimore, it's too much money to drop Lamar, so I'd imagine Baltimore is probably going to go somebody on defense, or possibly, let's see, they have tight end is, well, they could use a tight end because didn't Likely sign somewhere else? Japanese language course is actually pretty amazing. Just started it a little bit, but books look good. Nice. For those who are wondering what we're talking about, Humble Bundle has a really good foreign language and travel bundle going on right now. And the $30 step includes Japan and a lot of other popular places. So if you're a fan of Humble Bundle, and if you don't know what Humble Bundle is, it is computer programs and software, sometimes hardware, depending on the bundle, that is donated, and you bid whatever you want. Different levels give you different things, and all of that money, 100% of the money, goes to charities, and each one has its own separate charity. So Humble Bundle is a very good. I've bought many, many Humble Bundles for games and other things. Ooh, Giants take a tackle. I love this tackle, this kid from Miami. He is an absolute mauler. He is going to be fantastic. That is exactly what they needed to beef up that line, protect the Q, protect a already broken Cam Scattaboo. So I love that pick there. Dallas is now on the clock. Dallas, the Humble Bundle is great for getting cheap games. It is true story. Dallas just had Pickens, I believe it is. Was Pickens sign his franchise tender when yesterday they said they are no longer going to work on a contract. That's it. Take it or go somewhere else. And they also said they do not intend to trade him either. So they're going to need a wide receiver. Hello, Crystal One and babies. Crystal One, I have something else for you that I have had in my trunk for about 4 weeks now, and I forgot to bring it. So I will likely be mailing you a toy unless I see you in 2 weeks. I like coffee. I do like coffee. I drink a lot of espresso. But I am a fan of coffee. I own a French press. I own a pour over. I own an espresso machine. Yeah. Whole beans, I can grind beans. Oh yeah. You want to grind your own beans. If you're a coffee nut, you grind your own beans. Absolutely. She's like, okay, great. Ooh, I'm intrigued. So when I live, you have a surprise for me. I like surprises. Like I said, I have a surprise for you. Oh, speaking of, this is completely unrelated. These are at Disney now, and you have to see them. First of all, I never balanced this. Let me do this on the fly. I have been all over the place today. Literally, if you all knew how much I did today, you would be proud of me. I drove from Oxnard to Thousand Oaks, excuse me, to Santa Barbara, to Thousand Oaks, to Oxnard, back to Thousand Oaks, all today, so that I could move the remainder of the museum. Everything is now moved. We are done. Now we just have to start setting everything up. So we are fully 100% moved now. They have, and these are pretty big, Bluey little standees. They're blind boxes. There are, I want to say there's 8 different, they're flocked. So that is actually fuzzy. This is from an episode where Bandit, the father, was frozen, and everybody just did stuff to him while he was frozen. And this was like the scene. These are at Disneyland. These are only $15. These are, listen, a lot of those tchotchke blind boxes are like $20 and they're crap. These are really nice. They are even flocked certain parts, like the sock is flocked. The bola that is removable is flocked. These are flocked. $15. This is an unbelievable value that we picked up. I am probably, is it part of the new? No, this was just in the random store, in the main store. They were right by the register, and I was stunned. These were not at Downtown Disney. These were in Disney, in one of the main shops. How sad are you that the boa is too small for you to wear? Quite. It is luscious. It is luscious and fuzzy. There is a secret chase. I am crazy. Yeah, I did not see them when we were in Downtown Disney at the Pop Mart store or whatever, not Pop Mart, but whatever their version of Pop Mart is. They were not there. This is, I gotta find the box. I hope I didn't throw it out. Give me 1 second. Oh, Buffalo just went up 2-1. Give me a minute. Yeah, I was thinking about buying a bunch of them just so I can scalp people later in life, because they're just called Bluey. This is Series 1. They're 6-inch toys. And here's what's available. They're all awesome. They're all iconic episodes. Queen Chili, Frozen Bandit, Surprise Blaster Bluey. Yeah, Granny Muffin, yep. The Duck Cake. And this one, the special limited edition Chase variant. I don't know. I was kind of hoping Cheddar Max, but that definitely does not look like Cheddar Max. Cheddar Max. Oh, you're killing me. I have no idea. It was one of the Main Street stores. $14.99. I couldn't believe it. So we are probably going to do exactly what Sapporo said, and we're probably going to grab them and hang on to them for Series 1, because when Bluey Land comes out, these are going to be gangbusters. And I'm sure everyone's going to want Series 1 once Series 2 comes out. So absolutely, Sapporo, I'm going to be that guy. And it comes with a cod. I did notice they forgot to draw the mustache on him. Kind of weird. Because on the box art, he has the mustache. On this one, he does not. But these are going to be massive. We had never seen them before, and there they were. And we're like, I have to get one because I love Bluey. And I got one of the two that I wanted. Ooh, Caleb Downs goes to Dallas. I would have loved Caleb Downs in Buffalo, except our safety that we picked a couple years ago finally is starting to pan out. Cole Bishop is becoming a banger. So Miami, they got to do something. Miami's got to do something. They have receivers. They have running backs. They probably need Miami, if I'm not mistaken, could use D linemen. And I don't think anybody's taken a true D lineman yet, so all of them are on the board. The two best tackles are off, so I don't think they would go offensive line. If Miami was smart, they may even just trade out of this to somebody else that has a need. Or they could take Ty Simpson and call it a day. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I carried the last two. I moved the last two truckloads of items coming to this location today. And it involved, let's see, 40, 80, 100, 120, 140, 100, about 170 miles of driving today. And intermittent lifting. Check Z. There they are. Surprise Blaster Bluey. Bing, bing. Oh, they're selling them individually. Oh, hey now. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow, they took a lineman. They took the third lineman. Okay, interesting. Hello, me lord. Hello, me lord. Hello. Happy draft day, me lord. Ooh, that was my belly. My belly went raw, raw, raw. All I had today was a burrito. That was it. Burrito, an energy bar, a beer, 2 waters, and a tea. I am spent today. One of the most unexciting drafts of all time. Not a top-heavy draft. Not a top-heavy draft. What up, Hex? Hex, where are you guys? You guys about 10 picks away, right? Philly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you're 10 picks away. We are 13 picks away, so we're going to see who the newest Philly Eagle's going to be. I am surprised. You wanted Proctor? Yeah, I am surprised 3 tackles went in the top 15. There is a lot of depth at offensive line in this draft. So I am surprised people are jumping that early to grab offensive linemen. The Rams got who they wanted. Now, Doug was telling me the Rams like Ty Simpson as well. 8-minute clock is an awful idea. I agree, Scoobs. They are already 2 or 3 picks ahead, and they can't get the commissioner to walk out fast enough. I don't know what they're trying to. Probably just trying to jam more advertising in. Because, they're greedy turds. If they needed 8 minutes to pick, they did not prepare exactly. They spend an entire year developing their big board. I like what the Giants did so far. I like it a lot. Giants could be scary good. Hockey has it figured out. Isn't in hockey two teams around the clock at the same time, and they have to send their enforcers out to duke it out, and whoever wins the fight gets to do their pick first? Isn't that how hockey does it? In other news, Mrs. The Breaker and I officially were approved for our to rent the house that we want. So we are now going to be moving in 5 weeks. Oh, this is so. Now I want. Listen, I have a con the second week of May. I have a con the fourth and final week of May. And then the day after I get back from the con is the day I am supposed to move. Oh yeah, Hex. I haven't told you yet. we got approved today. So we got approved about 6 hours ago. I haven't had a chance to break it to you. Hex, my neighbor, is now learning for the first time that I'm moving out and no longer going to be his neighbor. But don't worry. Hector, don't worry. I'm moving 4 minutes away. We're just moving over by the collection. So we're still going to be generally neighbors, man. But you will have to pay for your shipping now. Or come to our house and visit to pick up your stuff. One or the other. Yeah, we're just moving over not too far from Rio del Sol. So it's literally a 5-minute drive, if that. 3.5 minutes if you don't hit all the lights. 5.5 minutes if you hit all the lights. So we have to tell Mandy that we're moving, which will probably come as a surprise, even though we're on month-to-month lease. But yeah, we finally got it. It's a whole house, Hector, and I'll have to show it to you when I see you. All right, man, play some Final Fantasy 14. Do it, and let them see you do it. All of you do, man. Up next is the Jets. So Rams pick is in. Baltimore's pick is in. Tampa is on the clock. And the Jets are on deck. Your construction manager was fired today. Well, that's not good. That's not a good sign. Well, the house is almost done, so that doesn't bother you any. Oh. Bothers you a little? Why, was he your friend? I mean, if you're a friend, yeah. But if your house is done, you gotta take the emotion out of it. Business. Oops. With that. Yeah, I see Buffalo going wide receiver at 26 still. I still see that. They could go linebacker. Buffalo has aged linebackers. Matt Milano can't stay healthy for an entire season. So it's possible to go linebacker. Well, when they fire one construction manager, they have to put another one in there. So it'll get done. You just have to tell the new manager what the old one was going to do. And actually, it works in your favor. You'd be like, oh, I already had an agreement with the last guy that they were going to do this, and you're telling me you're not going to do this now? No, that's not acceptable. Dude, this is you totally get an ace up your sleeve with that move, actually. Because you can say, well, I was told this was already getting done, so this better get done. And they'll be forced to do it. Ty Simpson to the Rams. There it is. I told you they like Ty Simpson. Oh, man. The QB of the future of the Rams is in the building. He is going to learn behind Matty Stafford. This is going to be nice. That is exciting for the Rams house. That is very exciting. Doug should be texting me any moment now. Yeah, I was told I was getting a solid gold toilet. What do you mean it's not? What do you mean it's only gold plated? It's Fizz? Excuse me. I like Ty Simpson to the Rams. I love it. And he got the LA hand gesture correct. So Baltimore could be tight end. Yeah, Isaiah Likely went to the Giants, so yeah. Let me see. Let's look at Daniel Jeremiah. Let's see where he has. Kenyon Sadiq. I could see Sadiq going to Baltimore here. I'm running on fumes today. I'm so happy today. Tomorrow's Friday, but tomorrow, I don't know if you all know this, tomorrow we're going to have Disney Neon in. It's going to be fun. I'm going to open I've got a box for myself, too. I think we're going to open that. Mrs. The Breaker and James are going to open that at home, off camera, just for funsies. So we will have, I don't know if we're going to have the Megas and the Blasters, but whatever we have, I'll be putting up. The Blasters is only going to be a couple of bucks more than, I mean, they're not $80 blasters like this stuff is. Which actually, I think that came down. I have to go check and lower our price too. I have to go look. So, yeah, the blasters are like $29. There. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's gone. Oh well, that was nice to have a cap. Yeah, Disney Neon has the voice actors' signatures. Or in the case of Tinkerbell, the woman who was the original model for Tinkerbell, because obviously Tinkerbell doesn't talk in the original. Did you hear the announcers arguing about how Roger told the band to keep going during that one pick, wasted more time? Yeah, I did. I think Roger Goodell is a stunad. I hate him. Guard from Penn State for Philly. You need offensive line. Stunad. A stunad? You don't know what a stunad is? You're not Italian? That's all right. I'm barely Italian myself. I have the privilege of being raised Italian just to find out I'm mostly Scottish. Oh, Hex. Dang, that burns your biscuits. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he's awful. He's awful. He makes Paul Tagliabue look like a saint. He makes, I think it's $50 million a year. He gets a private jet. He gets a box in every stadium. And even after he retires, he put in his deal that he gets lifetime health care, free health care for his entire family. And he also gets use of the private jet after he retires for X amount of years. His contract is one of the worst contracts in all of the NFL. It's even worse than the Deshaun Watson debacle. Oh. I assume the Bucks go defense here. I have to think Bucks go D. I have to think Detroit also goes D. Minnesota could do a few different things. They probably need offensive line. They could also use help on the back end. They definitely don't need a quarterback. They got two of them now. Running back sitch is okay. Wide receivers are awesome. Got a good tight end. Their linebacker core is pretty decent. I would say maybe corner, back end, safety, edge, possibly. I definitely think defense. Oh, shoulder, come on. Oh, folks, I picked out my glasses today. My new glasses that I'm getting. They're so obnoxious. They are so obnoxious. When I say they're obnoxious, people are not going to want to stand next to me when I'm wearing my glasses, which will be all the time because they're my new glasses. Holy buckets, they're obnoxious. They're purple. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have Disney Neon, Scuba. Google it. The stuff is really awesome. The base product is meh, but the inserts are great. And the actual voice actors are signers in here. Now, signatures are very tough pulls. Even in hobby, they're like 1 in 1,000 packs. So in Mega, I think they're 1 in 4,000 packs. Or 1 in 3,000 packs. And Blasters are like 1 in 4,000 packs. They are not easy pulls, but they are all massive names. Like The Rock is in there. Jodie Benson, who was Ariel, the original Ariel, is in there. All of the people from Inside Out are in there. Why did you hear about it? Oh, never mind. I'm reading the same thing twice. It is an awesome product. We liked it enough that we grabbed a case of each. We couldn't get any of the hobby boxes, which is fine. I mean, those things are going to be like $700 anyway. Berry Blossom or shortbread cookie? Ooh. I like Berry Blossom. I do. Shortbread is only good if I'm drinking tea. Yeah. Shortbread is only good for tea. I like robust. I like berry. Oh. I completely missed who. Did Detroit and Minnesota just swap picks? What did I miss here? I wasn't paying attention to the draft. I got too much going on. I'm not a good multitasker. So, if they had to leapfrog Detroit and the Jets, it's got to be. Probably did to leapfrog Detroit. Yeah, it would be to leapfrog Detroit. So, who did Detroit need that they leapfrogged? Oreo. Oreo. Hey, look, it's defense. Yarp. There's going to be a defensive run right here. This part of the draft is going to be a defensive run. Ooh. Actually, hold on. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Show me this. Jets could go wide receiver here. Jets could go wide receiver here. Adonai Mitchell is not necessarily him. Garrett Wilson is their only. If I had to venture a guess, I would say that quite possibly the Jets are going to go wide receiver here. You have quite a few wide. You have Casey Concepcion that is still up. I want Casey to go to Buffalo, so I hope they don't take him. You have the junior kid. I can't remember junior's first name. Sabres just went up 3-1. Nice. And that's over then. I can turn that game off. There we go. Now I can concentrate on the draft. Well, that's 2-1 for the Sabres, so I feel a little more comfortable about that. They got, one more game in Boston, then it comes back to Buffalo? think that's how it goes. Oops, somebody dropped a camera. What up, Prue? I'd love the Jets to go Makai Lemon since they can't draft a head coach. Yeah, I'm thinking Jets go wide receiver here. They got Adonai Mitchell earlier in the year via a trade from the Colts. I have a friend who works for an NFL team who is involved in some of the recruiting and evaluations, and they had a hard no on Adonai Mitchell for their team. That he had some issues that they didn't like, fundamentals and concentration issues. So I can tell you he's not going to be the guy in the Jets. He'll put up fair numbers, but he's not going to be your Y guy. There are two big XY wide receivers here, non-slot guys. There's a couple of slot guys, but those will probably go in the second round. I just don't want it to be KC Concepcion. I don't want to root against KC. As most of you know, James has a stammer, stammer. And Casey Concepcion has a stammer, and he is a great role model for kids to show that, even though it's harder for you to say things, your words are worth saying, which is a fantastic message. So it is easier for me to root for him if he plays for the Bills. I would still root for him as a Jet, just not against Buffalo. So I'm also hoping it's Makai Lemon. Or I would be okay if they drafted Johnny Bumankle. Wow. I thought, wow, okay. But that doesn't make any sense. They just signed likely to a $40 million deal. Are they going for the twin tight end set? Is that becoming the new norm? Because Buffalo is twin tight end set. Up until this season, you had the twin tight end set in Baltimore when you had a healthy what's his name? I guess that's the new look. I guess twin tight end is the new ish. I okay. Well, now I hope Buffalo goes linebacker. I hope Buffalo goes linebacker or nickel corner. They need to go linebacker or nickel corner. Interesting. Those are two stud tight ends there for the Jets now. 3-1 final. Thanks, Don. I love it. Hey, Don, man, listen. I'm sorry about your Penguins, dude. What's going on there? I hate to bring up a sore subject because my team's actually winning. But, man, what's going on? Guess the Jets are leaning into never throwing a pass longer than 10 yards. Well, I mean, Gino's there, right? They're not getting Ty because Ty is now a Ram, which I'm surprised Doug didn't reach out to me. I gotta text my sister real quick. There we go. Mm. I am surprised. We've only had, one trade so far? Only one trade? I thought more teams would be trying to move back. I think one of the last 5 picks is going to move back. I think somebody's going to want a 5th-year option on somebody, typically a big position. That 5th-year option, as we're seeing now, is becoming huge to tie up. The Panthers just exercised theirs, or not Panthers. The Zay Flowers just got his 5th-year extension done, and it was for like $27 million. But it buys the extra year to allow them to negotiate an extension, which is massive. Penguins can't get out of their own way. The Philly youngsters are giving them fits. Philly is running 4 solid lines. Tocchet knows Crosby, Malkin, Letang very well and how to play against and annoy them. It's true. I have concerns with Buffalo outside of Boston. I don't want to see another Philly-Buffalo moment like the Stanley Cup in the 70s. Actually, maybe I wouldn't mind that. Maybe we get our retribution against Philly. Sharks off season should be interesting. Do they have money to spend this off season? I honestly do not follow Hockey Cap. They do good. There's a lot. I know for a fact there's a lot of free agents. There is a lot of big names that are going to be available after the season is over. If I'm not mistaken, I heard, I listen to a lot of sports radio, and I remember somebody saying that there is a glut of high-end talent that is unrestricted this upcoming year. Sorry, I was just confirming my sister is coming to the Olympics in 2028. You know, we always make plans 2 years in advance. 40 million in cap space. Oh, you can take swings at big players. You can take swings at some scorers. Oh, you can get yourself a new defensive pair. Oh, it just hurts so much. It just hurts so much. Yeah, that's why I said defensive pair instead of single. That's why I said a new defensive pair. Give them a new line 1. Let everybody fight lines 2 through 6. Well, 2 and 3. A tackle to the Lions. I'm not mad at that. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. A new top 4 would be nice. Yeah. Yep. Found t-shirts over the weekend that said, I still think about Jay McKee's staph infection That time Brian Campbell almost killed a guy. I still think about that time Brian Campbell almost killed a guy. R.J. Umberger. It's the only reason I know R.J. Umberger's name. It was that was a clean hit. They reviewed that in New York and was like, nope, that was a clean hit. That was just good hockey. That was a good hockey move. Some team. What up, Limit Zero? We're just talking about the draft, talking about some hockey as well. Talking about tomorrow, we're gonna have some Disney Neon to open up for something fun and different. Some team is going to overpay like crazy for Darren Radish. I hope it's not the Sharks. Well, just remember, write that on a note and stick it under your pillow when you go to bed. Reviewed in New York. They heard that hit in New York. They did. It was a great hit. It was. I love Rick Jenneret's call on that. I love Rick Jenneret's call. Oh man, I saw in the stands in Buffalo game 2, people had cutouts of Rick Jenneret that they were holding up, and I'm thinking about him. I'm almost in tears. You can see my eyes are a little red. I get so emotional thinking about Rick Jenneret and how much he meant to me as a person and as a personality. And to see the cutouts of him in a playoff crowd made me quite happy. So I love RJ, and RJ's signed microphone is here. It's actually in the next room. I have a microphone signed by Rick Jenneret. It is one of my most prized collectibles. Don't see a lot of D on the FA list. Well, maybe the FA doesn't want any D. Should have seen me when they had his wife banging the drum before game 1. Oh God, I know. Yeah. Those outside of Buffalo that don't tune into the other team's radio calls don't know what they missed in Rick Jenneret. Rick Jenneret was alive, and they put him in the Announcers Hall of Fame. They were like not even waiting for him to retire. They're like, you're in the Announcers Hall of Fame. He brought a soccer style announcing to hockey, and not many people were doing it when he was doing it. And he was just known for being loud and having a good time. So it is just, I'm sad that it took him passing away for us to get in the playoffs, but I'm happy to have been alive to hear him call games for most of my life. So it was a privilege, and that is why the microphone is one of my most prized possessions, because he was the best. He was the best. No other hockey guy like him. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that hurts. It hurts. Go on YouTube and look up Rick Jenneret's greatest calls. Sabres now have his sweater hanging in the area outside the press box. It is great. I will. Absolutely. I'd rock a Rick Jenneret jersey. Uh-oh, I lost the draft. Open back up. Open up. There we go. Boop. There we go. Now the draft's back on. Nice head rest. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, that's what I needed. Oh, it's very nice. Very nice. We did so much today that like there's stuff that I have. Oh my god! So I was moving the stuff into this building, right? And anybody who was watching me move in, Philadelphia moved up. Oh, there's somebody they wanted. Anybody watching me move in got to watch me with a 9th century Viking shield replica and a sword come in to the front door. The YouTube comment was for people not familiar with RJ. You know all of RJ's greatest calls. Oh, God, I could run through them myself, but I wouldn't do them justice. Mayday being one of them. Top Shelf, call the cops, he robbed him. La 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 Fontaine. He stood on his head to save that one. There's so many of them. Another tackle off the board. I think Buffalo is going to get a top flight wide receiver right now. Oh, Philly could grab a wide receiver right now, Hex. All the linemen are pretty much gone. You are either going to, I don't know, man, the top 4 tackles are off the board. I don't think you trade up to take the 5th best guy. I think you trade up to take one of the better edges, or you take one of the few remaining wide receivers. Because you have a contract dispute going on right now. If it is, yeah, absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because there are 2 big-bodied receivers still left on the board that should go in the first round. Lemon? You might be ahead of me. I'm watching it through NFL.com, and I'm also streaming it through a computer, so I'm going to be a little bit behind the television. Yeah, there it is. Well, now you know what's going to happen, Hex. That is awesome for you. Yeah, you got him. You got Lemon. Yep. That is an awesome pick for you. That is a good pick for Philly. I like that he fell that far. Because let's be absolutely honest. There are way more linemen being taken as earlier than predicted by almost everybody because it is such a deep lineman draft. There was the assumption that they would be able to take them later. The skill positions were expected to go early because there is a lack of elite talent outside of 10, 15 guys. So the sheer number of tackles that have gone already are leaving these elite level wide receivers for picking. Now, right here, Pittsburgh could take another wide receiver. The Chargers do not need another wide receiver. Dallas does not need another wide receiver. Cleveland needs an entire team. Chicago, no, they won't take a wide receiver. Buffalo could take a wide receiver. Sure, Lemon was disappointed to drop, but he landed in a great... Oh, Prue Ackerman, truer words have never been said. He has got to be ecstatic. And yes, that means Brown is available to a team in need. I can't believe Lemon fell to 20. What a time to be a hockey fan. I get to hear RJ and Mike Lang in their primes. Right, Don? Isn't hockey great? I mean, at least it's a great time to be alive in sports. Brown to the Pats, I would not like, because then I have to face him twice a year, possibly 3 times a year. You know, why don't just send Brown to send him to the Browns. Send Brown to the Browns. Have Brown on the Browns. Make him trade you a 1 and a 3 for him. I got to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Oh, I got approved for Ozempic again, and my insurance is covering it, so you're going to see me drop 20 pounds in the next month, which, folks, I don't know if some of you have, but you're too polite to say it. I am the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I am 262 pounds. That is, that's a lot of weight for me. I'm only 6 foot tall. So Ozempic starts actually tonight before I go to bed. I get my first injection. My doctor said, I don't know why they stopped giving it to you. And I said, well, because they said I got too skinny and they were charging me $700 a month. And he's like, no, you have sleep apnea. You need to have it to combat sleep apnea. And I was like, sweet. So now they won't be able to take me off it, because I will always have sleep apnea, or else they're never going to test me again. The issue is my BMI came down. So like, oh, your BMI is down. You don't need this anymore. Get off of it. And then I blow up 40 pounds afterwards. So now it's prescribed for sleep apnea, which means since they don't retest you for sleep apnea, I will be on it in perpetuity as long as I need it to healthily stay fit. Not Kelly Osbourne thin, but thin enough. If you got KC Concepcion, I would not be mad, Don. I have no problem rooting for the Steelers. I have no ill will against the Steelers. Big Ben was one of my favorite quarterbacks until he cracked his head open in a motorcycle accident. I tell you, he was never the same after that massive concussion that, truth be told, they didn't really say it at the time, that almost killed him. Rumor has it he did have a subdural hematoma that they kept quiet. But, yeah, Big Ben was one of my favorite quarterbacks. I really liked watching him play. All right, let me pull up. wanted. That's what I wanted. Denzel Boston and Omar Cooper are still on the table. Denzel Boston would look good in Steeler black and gold, black and yellow. Sorry, black and yellow. He's 6'4", 212. There it is. You got an anchor. All right, so Chargers. Chargers need a pass rusher. Maybe Chargers go edge. Could go edge, or I don't know what their corner looks like. Messidor or McCoy here. McCoy is the best corner left. He's 6'1", 188. But they do need edge. They have had issues pressuring the quarterback. So maybe Messidor comes in, big 6'3" guy out of the U. One, two, three, four, five. 5 picks until Buffalo. 3 solid wide receivers left. I mean, honestly, if Jermod McCoy is still available in 5, Buffalo will take McCoy. No doubt in my mind they would take McCoy. I don't think McCoy gets past Dallas. And he definitely does not get past Cleveland. Did I lose everybody? Am I going too hard into analysis here? Nope. Don's like, nope, you're doing fine. Oh, I gotta change my viewing angle because my neck is hurting. Had you pitcher in pitcher while watching the Steelers pick? All right, good. I'm doing all right. Just waiting for the Jets to twist the knife and trade up for Carson Beck. Carson Beck, isn't he like 36 years old? I need to move my mouse. I told you, Masador Edge. Oh, yeah. Daddy knows what he's doing. Dallas could go corner, but they also need linebacker help because, as we know, they famously lost one of the best edges in the game. Kendrick Falk is a great edge for them. He is long, rangy, 6'6", but Jermon McCoy is a beast at corner. He is your best corner in the draft. Good corners are commodities. I mean, they lost Diggs. They lost what's his name at edge. They have a depleted defense, so they have to go, in my opinion, edge or corner. Or Jerry Jones could be Jerry Jones and he could be the one to take Carson Beck. Because it would look flashy on paper for him. Good old quarterback controversy to get his clicks up. There we go. That's the best. Oh. Maybe Jerry Jones could play corner. Oh my. Poor Jerry. It's looking more and more likely that Denzel Boston falls to Buffalo. I'm not going to be mad at Denzel Boston in Buffalo. Who's faster? I think Omar Cooper is faster, though. So, Denzel Boston is good. He's your classic X. Buffalo needs a speedster. Buffalo needs a fast wide receiver. Omar Cooper or Casey Concepcion fit that bill. I am a KC fan. Oh, listen, you don't have to worry about... See, that's why, even though Casey Concepcion is rated the, I think, 6th or 7th overall wide receiver, I like him better because him having to struggle with stammering is humbling, but it also gives you the ability to brag because he has trouble using his words, so he lets his gameplay do the talking. And that is somebody that would be embraced in Buffalo. Plus, he's pretty quick. He's very good at separation. Denzel Boston is not a separation guy. He's just big. You got your you got your 40 down to a solid 17 minutes? Yeah, you might have mentioned that. Yeah, see, they have Cooper and Boston above Concepcion there. I think for us it would be either Cooper or Concepcion. I think we need the speed that is that Boston does not have. But again, I'm thinking Keldrick Falk for Dallas here. I stopped being lazy and I pulled up the big board so I can actually name names. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Holy crap, he had a 4.52 40 at linebacker, weighing 253 pounds? Yeah, he juicy. Ah! Wowzer. Wow. Still, that's a reach. Yeah, I mean, he's an athletic freak. That's obvious, but boy, I believe there are more NFL ready edges than him. I like the Golden Knights UCF. Melissa, I believe, went to UCF. Or did she go to USF? She might have been USF. Maybe Jerry Jones get fired out of a cannon like a circus performer, right? Boy, he was like the ninth or 10th edge listed. He was not. Wow, I think that was a reach. Well, use your imagination where he would land. Oh. All right, Cleveland goes wide receiver here. They can go wide receiver or corner. Maybe Boston goes to Cleveland. I don't know if I told you my system for something. Okay. That you shoot stuff out of a cannon, and wherever it lands, that's what you do? No. Oh. Ow. I opened up my Discord on my phone knowing that that's what was going to happen. Oy vey. Sapporo's, I love that idea. Bonus points, you do it against Mount Rushmore. It is. It is. Do it against Rushmore. Make them face the founding fathers. Wow. I just realized how bad the Browns needed that tackle. Well, it stinks. Oh, it just hurts. Oh. Oh, that sucks. He's a Brown. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to wager that if it's between Boston and Cooper, we would take Cooper. I really wanted Casey. Really wanted Casey. Oh, I concur, Sapporo's, 100%. Damn, I'm so mad that we didn't get Casey. Bears go corner. Corner or safety? It's either McCoy or Thieneman here. Trouba on a short deal? So how does this work? Do these kids at their house get a box with a hat from every team so they're prepared for... Yes, that is exactly how it works, Don. You are correct. I think somebody said it was like the top 12 likely teams to pick them. Because I remember one year they didn't have the hat of the team that picked the kid. Do they have to give the other teams back? I believe, I mean, they have a camera crew in there, so I would imagine when they pick up the cameras, they take the box with them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's a good question, though. Boy. I really think Omar Cooper is the better fit for Buffalo right now. With KC gone. We need speed. I mean, heck, at this point, I could see Buffalo trading back a few spots. Oh, which they did! Just as I say it, Buffalo trades back too. Yeah. Yep. Just as I said it, I read it. Whew. Now I have to wait longer to find out which wide receiver it is. Well, now I know it's definitely wide receiver. They would not have traded back if they were looking for a corner. So it's going to be either Boston or Cooper. I think the Bears have to go corner or safety here. There it is. Dylan Thieneman. That's what I said. It was one of those two. Yeah, that Casey Concepcion being drafted by the Browns is 100% the reason why Buffalo traded back. If KC was still on the board, they would not have traded back. So the Browns foiled the Bills. Well, man, I knew we were after KC. I knew it. I knew we were. Yes, Prue. The moment the pick is entered, the next team on the clock is informed before Roger Goodell announces it. So the next team has all the information. And they can do with whatever they want with that information. No other team is notified, just the next team in the draft. So you can be like, hey, they just took KC. Do you want this spot? So, wow. I was, listen, I have to gloat. I was 100% correct. We definitely wanted KC Concepcion. I know this because with him not being available, they traded back, which means they're willing to take another wide receiver that was not their top pick, and pick up draft capital at the same time. Wow. Listen to this pick, or this trade. The Bills got the 28th pick from Houston, the 69th pick in the third round, and the 167th pick in the fifth round, and they gave up their first and their third. So they moved back 2 spots in the first, but they moved up 22 spots in the third and gained a fifth. That is a hell of a trade. That is a hell of a trade. Oh man, they just fleeced Houston. I gotta know who was so important that they had to do that. That they had to move up 2 picks and drop significantly in the third. Wow. Wow, that is a fleecing. They did. Yes. Yep. Hey, Kate, we're talking football, lady. Wow, for a guard? What? Wow. I'll take that. I'll take that trade every year for the rest of my life. Holy buckets, that is great for us. Miami does not need a wide receiver. Actually, done. So we moved back 2 spots in the first, but then we swapped thirds, which means the Bills move up 22 spaces in the third. We are getting the 69th pick, and we gave up the 91st pick, and we get an additional 5th round pick, which is pick 167. So to move 2 spaces in the first, we gained 22 spots in the third and a 5th round pick. What an amazing trade. What an amazing trade. We don't have a 2nd round pick. So now we have 2/3. In theory, if there was somebody we wanted, we could move into the second and grab them with the draft capital. Hey, Bonita, how are you doing? Is that a Megazord painting? That is Voltron, the defender of the universe. And that is done by one Kate Crawford, who actually happens to be in the chat right now. Eagles gave up the 23rd, the 114th, and the 137th for Lemon. Oh, yeah, Hex, they absolutely needed that, though. They absolutely need to solve that wide receiver conundrum that's going on. Yeah, that is available in our robots project. That project has Kate Crawford, Lee Cozy, and Jamie Sullivan all inside. Well, there you go, Kate. Let's fix this real quick. All right. Here Miami's got to go defense. They're either going to take McCoy or they could take McNeil Warren. I imagine McCoy is going to go. The Joker one. Oh, the one that is in this right here? Yeah, that was those are all actually, most of those are sold out. That was from a gentleman by the name of Fabonio. His last name is Fabonio. He is, I want to say he's from Italy. That was about 3 months ago that we did the project with him. He also did the Superman that you see here as well. Ooh, if you go to our website, dcdcollects.com, you'll be able to see a few of the projects we have going, as well as other original art pieces that are for direct sale by numerous different artists, including Daniel Gonzalez, who is a mind-blowing artist as well. You will find quite a few good things there if you're a fan of art. Oil paintings, gouache, marker, you name it, they're there. All right, finally, Buffalo will be making a pick. Oh, Kate, you act like any of this stuff works. Chris Johnson got picked over McCoy? That's nuts. I don't know about that. I don't know why I have to reauthorize if I've already authorized it once. No idea how any of that works. Do it every 30 days? Oh, goodness. Then we'll just just delete all of that and we don't need it then. If it's got to be done every 30 days, it's not worth the hassle. So Chris Johnson goes to Miami. Bills traded again to New England. Oh, that's rich. That's rich. To New England. Wow. New England. New England. Traded to New England. What are we getting from our arch rivals? What is going to bite us in the buttocks for the next 10 years? They must have offered Buffalo something crazy for them to trade with them. For a tackle. Oh, what did they pay for a tackle? Show me the trade, folks. Show me the trade. $31 and $125. So they picked up a fourth. I mean, all he got was a guard. I mean, again, the two big wide receivers are still on the board. I'm okay with that. We didn't get the guy we wanted. We wanted Casey. We didn't get him. So we are going to accumulate more picks. Exactly. The guy we wanted got picked. And that started the chain reaction of moves. And in that time, we greatly moved up in the third. We added a fourth. We added a fifth. Again, this is a draft that is not top heavy. It is a below average draft. So if you can get value players that you can have on rookie contracts that are going to be depth positions, you are saving money on the cap by replacing veteran depth with rookie depth. And that's exactly what you're doing in the fourth and fifth rounds. So from a financial standpoint, that is a smart move. And pick 125 is very early. No, it's not early in the fourth. 32, 64, 96 plus compensatory. Yeah, it's about middle of the fourth, right? Middle to beginning of the fourth. And we can bounce back. We can take what we have gathered in this and get back into the second if we really want somebody in the second. I think KC has got to go McCoy here. KC lost one of their starting corners. If I were a betting man, and I'm not, I would think McCoy finally goes here. If not, McCoy, Terrell. Melissa just asked, did Buffalo get Concepcion? See, she listens. Yeah, KC lost one of their the Rams got their corner from KC. So KC needs to replenish. That's either McCoy or Terrell right here, in my opinion. And again, that puts Buffalo back in line to grab, hopefully Cooper, but possibly Boston. Honestly, I just like Cooper because he's quick. I have nothing against Boston. Boston's a great player, but he's kind of like Keon Coleman. I think we need speed, and that's why I say Cooper, is because of the speed. Maybe we are going to trade back into the second, get Zachariah Branch. But he's a small speedster. Defensive tackle. Man, now Buffalo has a really tough decision. Did Buffalo just... Okay, Jets, I'm sorry. Buffalo has a tough decision. If an elite corner is still available and two of the top remaining corners are available, you got Max Hairston, who started to come into his own at the end of last season. Do you grab... we could grab a corner, but I think Bills Mafia will be mad if we don't grab a wide receiver. San Francisco, San Francisco should trade into the first to get the fifth-year option on a wide receiver if there's one that they like. Oh, the Jets jumped Buffalo? That's a wide receiver pick. That's Denzel Boston. Yep, see, there you go, Don. There you go. This has got to be a wide receiver for the Jets, or it's the corner. Best man available. That's got to be a wide receiver. You don't jump Buffalo unless you're getting a wide receiver or a corner, or I don't know what I'm doing. Because there's no need to jump Buffalo there. Unless they were trying to make a trade with Buffalo, and Buffalo did not want to dip out. Yeah, there it is. Golly. Oh, this could not have gone any worse for Buffalo. This could not have gone any worse for Buffalo. All right, if Denzel Boston is not their guy, you trade out of the first. You find somebody that wants to get into the first. You find somebody that wants a fifth-year option on a player, and you move. You go. If Denzel Boston is not your guy, you get out of the first round. So it's either Boston or McCoy. Boston, McCoy, or Terrell, if we pick. Traded to the Titans. That's it. Boston was not their guy. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. They're now picking third in the second. Oh, what? So Tennessee needed to jump Seattle, San Francisco, and Arizona. That's either... Is this the edge rusher? Is this where Falk goes? Because you would want... Tennessee's got receivers. They're not going to go wide receiver. I would assume they're going McCoy or Falk. Falk dropped way too far at edge. So there, I think it's a good chance Falk goes here. Oh, biscuits. Well, you could be picking up another receiver. They were worst on offense, but I would think you got to get better on defense too. Yeah, there it is. Like I said, there's Falk. I knew he fell too far. I had Falk above the other two guys. I knew Falk dropped too far. I would like to point out that I had him listed better than the other guys. Seattle takes Denzel Boston here. I don't know what their corners look like, but I know they lost wide receiver talent. Excuse me. You have Cooper Kupp, who's 90 years old. You got Shaheed, which is a speedster. You got Njigba, and you got nobody else after them. Corner, you got Witherspoon, who's a stud. Josh Joby. It's corner or wide receiver here. It's corner or wide receiver. Still waiting on the full trade. Whoa. Wow. Listen to this trade. The Bills give up the 31st overall pick. They give up their third round pick that they acquired in the earlier trade, number 69, and they give up their fifth. What they get in return is the third pick in the second round. They pick up three more spaces, three more picks. They move up 3 places in the third. So now they're picking 66th, and they pick up a fourth at 101. So we move back a total of 4 spaces. We move up 3 in the third, and we pick up a fourth while giving up a fifth. Again, I'll take that. Our guy is clearly not there in the first round. We don't have a first round grade on anybody left on the draft. I would have loved to have had a 5th-year option for somebody that is going to be game-changing for us, but no, we have to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, with the release of the new product, I will not be able to do this. But again, I think Seattle has to go corner or wide receiver here. They either go Boston or McCoy. am not thrilled about how this went for Buffalo. I am not thrilled at all. All right, folks, we're not rating out tonight. Nobody seems to be on. Everybody's either watching hockey or the draft. So none of our usual suspects are on. So after this pick, we're just going to call it a night. Again, tomorrow we will have Disney Neon. It's going to be fun. I'll be able to share with you what Mrs. The Breaker and Jimmy got. Oh, hey, that boy looks like he's working that mic. What is that pick? What is that pick? So both of the Notre Dame running backs go in the first round. Huh. Well, Super Bowl MVP Kenny Walker is going to have something to say about that. All right, folks. Listen, thanks for hanging out with me. You know I love football, and I will talk football all day long. If I can make money talking football, I would do it for a living. Folks, man, I don't know what that pick is. That is. Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow we got some Disney Neon. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see what's inside those boxes. I love you all. Take care, be safe, and good night.